legacy is what you just said. Like, if I can open a door for you, I'm going to do that. If I can introduce you, I'm going to do that. I think most of the time it's not that we don't want it, it's we don't know how to. And you just said right now, you can get an education. You don't have to spend millions of dollars, but the
Hmm.
lack of knowledge in that space associated with the fear prevents a lot of people from moving forward. I was interviewing a gal, she's 18 years old. She wants to go to college. Her father owns a business in landscaping, and her mom owns a house cleaning business. They do well, they have
That's
2
great.
homes, but she doesn't even know how because the information that she's been given is you have to pay 80, $90,000 upfront to get into an education where and that's where I think our community is at, some of our community members are at, and that's where I think of legacy, that's where I think of support, that's where I think of how do you make a difference, Tomas? How do I make a difference? Through this. Just
Sure.
knowledge share is
Yeah.
power. So if you can say, "Hey, like I did it," just simply that, you can do it. That in itself motivates someone to even start knocking on the door. So I love
Absolutely.
that you said that.
And if I may speak to that very briefly, something that if I may, in my job right now at San Bernardino Valley College, my main jobs are I am the president's social media guy. I am the executive mouthpiece essentially for San Bernardino Valley College. Whatever the president needs to post, I'm the guy that I whip it up and I say, is this good to go? And then we post it, right? And we're amplifying what the campus wants to share. He always says, right people in the right place at the right time. That stuck with me so much. When I was in UC Riverside, all the people around me are like, I'm a UC Berkeley grad, I'm a UCLA grad, and these are the best like public universities in California. I'm just a guy that literally got all of his education in San Bernardino. The whole goal was to bring it back into my home community that gave so much to me. And these people are like, oh yeah, I worked in Japan for like 5 years. And I'm like, I'm this little guy that's I just ha I just happen to be here, right? And I'm feeling pretty low, I'll be honest. Early on in that experience, I was at a networking event that was held by the College of Education, and I'm sitting there, I'll be honest, I'm a wallflower, I'm sitting there with my little fruit punch, and I'm just kinda like I was nervous, and a man comes up to me, and he says, "Hey, Thomas Robles." I said, "Yeah, hi, Mr. Dr. Rodriguez." "Yes, my name is Dr. Louis Rodriguez. I'm the dean of this program." "Oh, hey, Dr. Rodriguez, how are you? Thank you so much for, letting me in this program." And he goes, "I was reading your application and I noticed that you're from the city of Colton." "Yes, I was born in Colton. I would like to talk to you." "Sure." Wow. um, you know, Gave me an interview the next day. I went to his office, and he essentially says, "I'd like to hire you as my graduate student research assistant." And I said, "What does that mean?" "Essentially, everything that I'm doing as the dean, you're going to be like the little project manager, and I'll pay you, I think it was like 23, 25 at the time, 25, 30 hours a week. And something else that you get as a graduate student working in this space is we pay for half your tuition." What?
Wow.
So half of my master's is just sliced in
Wow.
half out of nowhere. At the time, I had never had like my own insurance. I had like IHP, which was like the free insurance. That job came with insurance and it was part time. But they don't tell us that there's these opportunities that you can just be working in one of the offices and they will give you free tuition just to
That's
be an
amazing.
intern essentially.
That is so amazing, Tomas. And as I think of opportunity, I think of our time together. I think of your son. I think when we share this information for the next generation coming behind us, they will essentially share that information with the next generation and the next generation, which I think is why we're here. As we end this, because I think I can go
Sorry.
on for hours.